Welcome. I just gotta edit this. I noticed when you put the emojis in, it's like too much for it or something. Slows it down. Why is that doing the mattress cable? Okay, good morning. Took forever to get on. Mia's coming down, so I'm gonna wait a second before we start. Always look for the timestamp. Huh? Yeah, that's the fish tank. They need to be in a bigger one. So we don't smell that. Driving me nuts changing it every other day. Every day. Yep, I couldn't find him.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And I didn't hear him walking around last night. Doesn't mean that he wasn't. Well, that's the whole point. I couldn't. My back is killing. I did look in like the most basic spots though.
Max, open your eyeball.
He's just tired.
No, Mom's not opening.
His eye isn't opening?
No. Max, open your fucking eyeball right now, dude.
Don't do that.
Oh, he opened it. Good boy. I pet it. I literally pet over it and he still didn't open it. Good boy. Good boy.
Hey, buddy. Just gonna take time off. You want to put a patch on me before you leave?
Then I have to do it now.
Yeah.
Well, it's 7:43. So. You used to want me to look for Moses, I thought.
Oh, all right. I'll look. I'll have Kaden look for Moses.
Cabinet.
Oh, yeah. You want to get it for me? Yeah, it's that cup. We potted some plants yesterday and I didn't dump the gross water yet.
What?
Nothing.
They were in here. I don't think you have any left.
I thought you said I had one left.
Oh, yeah. Do you have to order some?
I gotta get a prescription number.
What is this cup of water, Mom?
It's the plants. I'll dump it later. It's the plant water for the plants where I was growing a root.
There's so much trash in the bathroom right there.
It's not really trash though.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay, let's do this.
And that fish tank box. That was a video.
No, I gotta save it. I gotta
Why?
save them to store them so they're not laying around.
Oh, we don't need to be alone.
So it's
Your
my,
gloves, Mom.
it's my entire lower back.
There's stuff behind that. Oh, it's gloves. Right in that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, how are you?
And
Hair dye.
Yeah, and put
It's
it
open now.
square. Don't put it upright. But no, this one. With fry. With peanut butter off. Hold on, guys. Just putting a patch on. I have a bruise.
That's a good name. Okay. I can put it down.
Want to take a picture of it? Yeah.
Take a picture. Peanut butter. It's tiny. Your whole butt comes out.
There. Oh no, that's black magic marker.
Why?
Because I wanted to show the doctor where it was hurting. Do I have a rash on my back anywhere?
Not that I can see now. Oh yeah, there's more black up there.
Right, do you see a rash though?
No.
My shingles are back.
Well, it's not there.
It's on my chest. It's all like right here. Yeah, it hurts more than itch.
Fuck. Oh my god, it's stuck together. Where?
Hold on here, the long with
Not on your butt.
right above my butt crack. Whew. It's fucking freezing.
Right on your butt crack.
Awesome. I love it. Thank
But
you.
I just came my hands in that already. What's the keys?
What? That stinks. It really is like the thing in the bathroom. I'll just do it now.
Well, yeah, I know. Like, that must be what it is. Nice job, everyone. What's this done? I found so much stuff on Snoodle. Have you ever ordered off Snoodle? Yes, well, I just downloaded it too, and there were so many things that I wanted to buy it. And I wanted to buy a cat stroller, it's like two in a stack. And I wanted to buy a little squishy bed for inside, and I wanted to get a little bed and little blanket for inside his backpack. Also, after work, I'm gonna take him on a walk. No, I'm going around with a couple of times.
Okay,
I
you
just
can.
go around with you.
I'll just watch with him. I'll watch him so he knows his thing.
Oh,
Are you gonna put him in front of me? Right. Yeah. Are you gonna put him in front of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs like a
Little blanket on there.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
This came with it too, a tray.
What is the tray for?
Probably feeding them things to stay in there. I have a whole list of tea
So this is the stroller that I wanted to get.
for the cats.
Yeah, I'll tell you why. But it's double stack.
Right.
And then there's this one is for inside of his thing. It's small. I don't know if that's too big. I can't really tell. The
Peanut butter?
bottom of that
What's the
is
dimensions?
squishy. Right here.
19 by
So it's like a
13.
foot. I think that's
No,
bigger than a
19 is
foot.
almost 2 feet.
Yeah, so it has to probably
I mean, you could cut it in.
But for shelf, and then I got a medium size 23 inch for the thing. So I got a brown one, look at brown one for Max. He's a boy. And that pink leopard. It's just good.
Oh, that's an easier bed.
And then the
Good morning,
the
good
just
morning.
different sizes.
Yeah.
And then I saw this. It's a laser toy, so we don't have to like play with them. 'Cause I feel like we don't play with them a lot.
I
We
know.
have toys, but we don't
That's
like
awesome.
actually play with them. Just kinda like that. And there's blankets. And I know these are tiny because Stacia uses them for like her
Yeah.
guinea pigs.
For a mini
They're
dog.
small.
Yeah.
So I figured one of those in each of their things, and then you could put one here. Can you put them in there? Can you breathe in that?
Yeah, I haven't put them in there though.
I have to leave. It's 9:50.
Okay.
Okay. Max, what are you doing?
At your
You're
lunch?
getting fresh water? Yeah.
They have fresh water.
Yeah,
Max
Max is drinking it.
I know, Max would do
Drink
that.
it more.
Max, okay, I will.
Okay.
Max would do that for the rest of his life. Love you more. Love you. Drive safe. Love you more. Okay. So I probably won't jump into this for like another 5 minutes.
Cards.
Guys, there's so much pressure in my back for like the last week. I did see a spinal surgeon because my back doctor recommended it, and he does want to do surgery, but I don't want to do it. But if my nerve keeps compressing like this, I'm not going to have a choice. So just hoping for the best. And I got shingles again. They're like, what do you mean you have them again? And you're not supposed to get them again. Yeah, no, I've gotten them 3 or 4 times since the first time. Because it just reactivates in my body. It's not something that goes away. So there's that. I'm going to use 2 different decks. All right. I know I don't want either. I don't want back surgery, and I don't want the shingles. So no fun. Right now it's just a patch. So let's hope it stays that way. It's usually how it stays. So I'll only be contagious for a little while until the bubbles go down. And that's only, a lot of people think it is extremely contagious, guys. It is. But it's the only part of it that's contagious is the goo inside of the pus. That's the only thing that's contagious. So if it's dry, you're not contagious. If it's just starting, you're only contagious to yourself if you scratch. And then it can spread. But I can usually get it under control. And I just noticed it yesterday. But the thing is, I've had it for like, since I wore one of the new bras for this week. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just the new bra or whatnot. It's like right at the bra strap. And then it didn't go away. And then it was feeling like a little sore. And then yesterday it was just burning and killing. So I was like, fuck, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I've had the shingles for the last 5 days. Good morning. I'm drying it out with calamine lotion. When I called the doctors over the weekend, they're like, you need to go into the emergency room like now. I'll let them know you're coming. You got to get there within the hour. And I'm like, I'm not going to the fucking emergency room for shingles. Like, I've been here, done this already. But I gave it all my symptoms with the back hurting and the nerves. And my nerves have been hurting with the shingles because of that nerve pain I've been getting the left side of my body and my back. I just didn't like link it together. So my immune system is really down right now, apparently. Because that's when it kind of reactivates. No fun. So all right. There's I almost said Hillshire. That came through the other day, Hillshire sausage or something. My Hill stream. You probably can't even see him. My ears are ringing. He's just beautiful. He's just beautiful. Just the way you are. And when I see your face. Alright. So could also do it this way too. You can do future love, new love, the headspace, heart space, you, them, blockages, advice. No, I'm going to stick to what I wanted to do. So Did I do are they available? Any availability? Okay, so we have Lost Lovers. Forgotten Lovers. Are they coming back? Do they think of you? Are they crushing? Are they crushing hard? Any vulnerability? But what I wrote before that, what came out, which I was surprised, was are they available, like any availability? So let's add that. Okay. So we have Forgotten Lovers, Lost Lovers. I'll put you back over here. Sorry, peanut butter. Didn't mean to scare you. Okay. So, you guys, I know you can barely see that, but I can. Okay. Can you guys at least see it like that? Kinda, right? Dream lover, making you dream away. Ooh, a lot of sparkles here. When I see your face, then I can do. Oh, you're amazing, just the way you are. Oh, I'm missing rings. This is my go-to for rings. I should probably switch it up. But I am missing a tiny elephant ring that fits on my pinky. This one also fits. Where's my twirly? This one that fits on my pinky. Okay. We got quite the choice of rings on my hands. Little dragonfly, the cross, my elephant, all black. It reminds me of like the Gypsy Witch deck. Maybe I should do one of those spreads with this too. All right. So basically what I have written out, hey, cool, same to you. Good morning, Bruno Mars. Yeah, Dream Lover. Did I sing Dream Lover? I do like that song, but did I actually just sing it? Okay. So I definitely want to touch base on all of these. Hopefully, you know, short and sweet. Are you at work? Let me just check her location. Yep, she's at work. I just checked. I should always do that first. Have a great day. Love you. Enjoy lunch and see you later. Gator. Okay. Oh, look at him. Yeah, I do like that song. I don't know if I put the chapel. He just turned on Toon Blast. Lonnie downloaded it for me. So it used to keep it occupied. I don't know how I feel about it. But did it go away? There he is. Oh, there's the other one. And I should have uploaded a video. Oh, I came live yesterday and I showed you some of them, right? I think I did. The Borneo is a hit or miss. I have not seen Fred. And the other big common pleco. I see his tail here and there, but I haven't seen Fred. It's like, come on, Fred. Really? Oh, was that Fred right there? Who was that? I think that was Fred. Fred, is that you? Or was it the Borneo? It's like you can see their electric pulse, guys. Like at night, like if they're on the side, it looks like a firefly. Isn't that crazy? I've gotten some close-ups. They almost look they look very creepy. Maybe I can get it so I can put you over here. And you can see them at the same time. Maybe I will do that. That needs more light. It's getting soft. Don't usually read this far over. I don't want to strain my back, so let's hope for the best so you can guys see the little tank. All right. What the fuck? Good morning. Good morning. All right. I might just all incorporate these. I think I should just incorporate all these spreads. And then, so I want to do these two, but smaller. Yeah, they're super active at night. Super active. Well, that's the time like they forage too, you know. Shrimp come out at night. I want to say all of them are really nocturnal. That's why you don't see as much during the day. I want to say almost everything in there is nocturnal, if not everything, but not the entire night, like the ones that swim all day like this. Obviously, take a break, but at what point, I don't know. I try to shut it down, the lights, no later than 8. So I'll give them breakfast, a snack. Look at your chubby belly. You've been eating good. Sometimes a snack during the day, not too often. And then at night, the frogs only eat bloodworms. So they need it in the morning and at night. The fish love the bloodworms too, though. The Borneos are in the hillside, the hill stream, Planko, right there. They only eat algae. The shrimp have their own pellets. So all my suckers are algae eaters. So I gotta put pellets in them and make sure they have enough algae. That plant is covered in algae over here, and they still haven't. I've seen a shrimp on it. That's about it. Good morning. Yeah, so they're mostly active at night. The shrimp come out. I still haven't seen the 2 clear ones and my 2 green ones. The shrimp oh, there's one of that's not yellow, that is actually a clear one. The shrimp navigate to that corner over there with the tree behind the wood. So I know it looks like a lot, but it will spread out. And then with the bigger cage, because they're getting the 20 tank this week, I still have to make lots of little hiding spots like this because everything I own in there likes to hide. So I'm only going to keep like 1 or 2 open spaces, but the shrimp need to feel like they're foraging. Same with the frogs, so it's like, I think what I'm going to do is one side of this tank all white sand and then the other side white pellets or just stone. So they have 2 different environments in there. So the fish and the frogs and the Borneo and the hill streams, so they all feel like they have 2 different environments and they can go to this one, to that one. I thought that might make them happy. So I got plans, and eventually it'll just all be fresh plants. But in the meantime, I had to put 2 fake ones in there. So they had more hiding spots.
Mom,
Mm-hmm.
I never felt. Last night, me, Dennis, and sister was.
Do I need to pause this?
No, but I can tell you this really quick because I hurt myself. My nail, this one with the Band-Aid on it, but the nail gonna break. My actual nail, broke in half.
Yeah.
It's bleeding underneath.
Yeah. Those suck. That's happened to me a few times.
Never happened to me.
It's happened.
My long ass nail, my real nail.
Yeah, I know. It will heal. He won't take that off. He'll leave that until it gets to normal length before he'll refresh it. So he doesn't peel your nail back. It won't hurt. I'll make it so it won't hurt. It just needs to be more solid. So when he shaves right, but when he shaves that, I understand your real nail is off. They have a certain way of doing it. It's happened to me quite a few times. Oh, it hurts bad. I know. It stings. Just keep it bandaged. The one that's broke.
I did. It still hurts.
Yeah. Try not to use it. It's gonna. Yeah. We do have like a finger band-aid, like a finger wedge with like metal, so you can put like a broken finger so you don't move it or bump it. Yeah.
I was just ripping open the plastic to the coffee cups, just like all the stuff and then napkins.
Yeah.
I just poked it through the plastic.
Yeah. Mhm. Sometimes you just have shit luck like that. Like my thumb has a big divot in it from opening cans of cat food my whole life with nails on.
Yeah, but that should never happen to me. Like that bad.
Yeah. Well, I have like a permanent divot in my nail bed. It like wants to grow up instead of straight out.
It hurts. It's like pressure, dude. I don't know. It's weird.
I know it stinks, but all right, I'll get back to you too. Just be cautious with it.
Oh, it hurts, but I love it.
I love you more.
Okay, I don't have to make food today, and Sarah's already doing all the baking, so
Nice.
I'm just spilling everything.
Yeah.
And there's no Jeff today. It's me, Dennis, and Sarah, and then whoever's closing after that.
Okay.
So, feeling it.
Nice. Love you too. Oh, so pretty. Done so well. You should get us a stack of napkins one night. Just grab a stack of them. Just leave them in the car. I always do, but I don't have any. I think I have like 3 left. Just snag them.
Okay.
Snag them up at lunchtime. Be a little snagapoo. Love
I
you.
just saw something on TikTok because it's an actual thing like steel. Like it's like a, it's not like regular steel, and they could have like a problem with them. And it has like a word.
There's somebody in the hospital that constantly, she'll get like 10 spoons, but only needs one of them.
Yeah.
And I think she counts them. It's just a thing she does.
I don't break it now.
So.
All right, love you.
Love you more.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, Mama hurts. It's bleeding. Is it fine?
Yeah, it's gonna sting. Love you. If you can put like a Band-Aid over the tip as well. Put a Band-Aid over the tip as well, maybe.
Tape?
A Band-Aid.
I have a Band-Aid on.
Yeah, but wrap it over the nail too on the front. So if you bang it, it's softer. Yeah, that way you're not moving the nail bed.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye. Okay. Do you know even setting up this read took me like a half hour? Don't ask me why. I was trying to get like the right emojis, so I don't know if somebody's trying to perfect something here. I think I'm going to keep it as one read and just read a lot of cards, a lot of stories. So you want to play your magic, boy, you should know what you're fighting for. Are you ready for the perfect storm? Why did you just poop on me? No. No poop on me. Toilet. You go in the toilet. I know, you're just looking at me like, what did I do? You know what you did. No shit. I ain't fucking with you, little ass. You know, motherfucker. You know better. You know better. No poo on mama. All right, where's my thin tip? Low order, fine. I have 2 fine. Yeah, I guess I do. Any of these ones fine? Ultra fine. I'll do ultra fine. And I'll trace my letters. So we have Lost Lovers, Forgotten Lovers. That almost reminds me of like somebody who possibly passed away too. Are they coming back? Do they think of you? Are they crushing hard? Any vulnerability? Any availability. Okay. Does that make that easier for you guys? Yeah. Okay. Where's my tape? Oh, I fucking can't. Why do I always put things back where they don't fucking belong? You know, it's like having that one junk drawer, but I have like 5 junk drawers because it's just hurting sometimes. It's just hurting too much. Here it is. Thank you. All right. So you want to play with magic, boy, you should know what you're fighting for. The perfect storm, perfect storm. Okay. Okay. And I said 45. I need 2 minutes. I need to stretch. And when it stretches, it hurts. Get your water. There you go. You have your water. Just saw a snake, black cobra, all the way up, like being hypnotized. Spiritual meaning of a black cobra. Duality, danger, healing, the balance of life and death. Duality, balance, danger, fear, healing, transformation, spiritual awakening, protection, wisdom, Hinduism, Buddhism, ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt, sovereignty, royalty, deity, divine authority. Buddhism, black snake symbolizes danger, betrayal, obstacles. Hinduism, coiled around the neck of Shiva, symbolizes mastery of Maya, the illusionary nature of world. I feel like this is more of a protection thing, to be honest with you. Healing and transformation. And duality and balance. Black cobra with its venomous nature can represent duality of life and compressing both danger and potential healing. Which makes sense because you give them venom, you're fine. Healing transformation. The cobra's venom, used traditionally as medicine, can also symbolize healing and transformation, suggesting the potential growth and renewal. So we have healing, transformation, duality, and balance. Let's see what we have. Separation. Hi guys. Hi, that's my babies. That's my babies. Koi symbolize good luck. Prosperity. Like there's so much work. Like I think in order to have koi, you have to have pretty strong beliefs in something, to be honest with you. I feel like they can transform your life, like fish alone. It's kind of like the vibe I'm getting. What did you do with that? Yeah. So. Hi guys. So there must be some type of pause. There's something here. Let me just try to channel in to this deck. All right, I wasn't going to do it this way, but let's do it. So, Lost Lovers. We have flirt and playfulness, but I just want one. Flirt and playfulness. Okay, Lost Lovers, please. We have very soon. Forgotten Lovers. Are they coming back? Jeez, I don't want 3. Flirt, stay optimistic, attraction. I feel like I don't want to do it this way. Let me see. Are they coming back? One card, please. Okay. I don't want to do it like that. I'm just going to throw some cards out. When it comes to Lost Lovers, Forgotten Lovers, somebody coming back, somebody crushing on you, are they vulnerable? Is there any availability? Because you can have all of those X, Y, Z, and this person is still staying silent, doesn't want to say anything, or you know what I mean? That it's definitely some type of energy there. I am hearing death, but it reminds me of like Danny, the one I already lost. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Time away from your partner is on the horizon. You got passion. Release your ex. First 2 weeks of April, please. First 2 weeks of April. Keep an open mind. Free yourself. Romantic feelings, make the efforts. Borneo. I don't know if it's talking about location. The Borneos are the Hillshire. Do you drop my Hillshire? The Hill Streams loaches. Where do Hillstream loaches originate? But that says launches. I did see astronaut thing. Hillstream loaches are also stream loaches, native to fast-moving waters, tropical regions, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. They thrive in environments with lots of rocks and sparse vegetarian. Certain locations, fast Pacific, I can't say that, locations, China. So these ones are China. So I think the Borneo, Malaysia. Also, again, fast-moving rivers. That's another reason why I need a bigger tank, and I'm going to put like an extra oxygen thing in there. So I don't know why that came out. So I wonder if there is a Borneo. Is there a city in Malaysia called Borneo? No, there isn't called Borneo or anywhere else. Borneo refers to island itself, which shared with Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. It's just a large island in Southeast Africa. Borneo divisions. The island is divided among 3 countries: Malaysia, Indonesia, and Brunei. Brunei is a small territory on the island of Borneo. Maybe you're going to Malaysia. Maybe you got to think about going to Malaysia. Maybe you're traveling to Asia. I don't know if this is just a trip between you and somebody else. I mean, that's a pretty big trip unless you're over in Asia already, but I would think Asia's huge. There's so many places. Take Australia for one, very cold and then very hot. I mean, you wouldn't think Australia has cold at all, but they do. Frigid weather, like New Hampshire weather, mountains. So let's see. Oh, remember I just said something about fish? Fish can be transforming. There might be something special about the Borneo loach in my tank. I'd like to see Fred. All right, give this relationship a chance. Give this relationship a chance. King of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Separation. This could be an ex. Knight of Wands. 6 of Swords. Someone is maneuvering. I heard navigating. Navigating's been coming out for your message too lately too. Maneuvering through and navigating through something here. It's something about this Knight of Wands. This could be a very mature energy, but it's a Page of Wands, which is fun. 9 of Cups has to do with their happiness. Tell me about passion. 4 of Pentacles. And the Moon. Someone's definitely holding back and, has an opportunity to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy, but is like holding on to you, but holding back at the same time. And the Moon is just like, it's a mask. Someone doesn't want to tell you, like, they want to come back or they're crushing on you, but there's a lot of passion, which tells me, there's a lot of chemistry as well. Possibly, but that typically is what I'm vibing right now, because chemistry and passion are 2 different things. They're both beautiful, they're just on 2 different levels. So I'm hearing distinguished gentleman. Tell me about release your ex. Yeah, then 9 of Wands. It's like that stressed out energy with the Queen of Wands. It's like it's hard to clear your energy from this person. Like, I don't know if it's giving you anxiety to let it go, or it's like you have to let it go because this person isn't saying anything. But this is like, ow. This is more like lesson learned. So that there could be, ow, you guys should already, Charlie was in the back of my leg. You guys are probably already in separation for some of you. If you're in a relationship, your energies are just not meshing. Or you could be thinking about separating from somebody. Oh, I'm getting like muscle flinches in my leg. Oh, thank God that went away. There's like 4 of them. Tell me, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ than the usual. You got the King of Cups with Temperance. It's almost like could be a reconciliation. You have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, but you could have. I thought I just saw a different queen. Like something angel come and marry me, but it's like Earth lover. But it's like, won't you marry me? Somebody definitely sees you as future. Tell me about free yourself, please. It's time to take control back of your life. 1 more. 9 of Pentacles. It looks like you have the confidence to do it or will do it. With the 8 of Swords, Strength, and the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, you're putting in effort here. Somebody here is definitely putting in the efforts. But I feel like, I don't think you're struggling. Like, some of you, I don't know if you're, some of you are definitely trying to clear an ex, but others of you, this is just clearing. Oh, yeah? Yeah, you've been talking over me, that's for sure, telling your own little stories over there. Yeah, that could be a message. Somebody could be talking about you, reminiscing, stories in their head. Tell me about romantic feelings. You have 10 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. Jesus. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. But like this is too much for somebody, too much going on. Could be somebody making excuses. You do need that duality. You do need teamwork, that balance, especially with Temperance being out as well, healing and transformation. This is, you're just in your morals. There's no going back. Dun, 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 dun. Like if you come in, there's no going back from this. But great love is worth taking the steps you're being guided to take. We have 6 of Pentacles, so there's reciprocity there. That also shows balance. And then the 10 of Pentacles, which can be long-term. There could be family involved or children. But you're being guided in this direction with the 2 of Wands. Yeah, that's like making a decision to move something forward. Ace of Swords, like speaking to somebody about this. There's no going back. Dun, dun, dun. Someone may feel like their head is crawling with bugs because all of a sudden I just got that feeling. Which feels nothing like, whew, what the fuck? My head is so itchy right now. All of a sudden. Did you just fall? Are you okay? Are you okay? Tell me about releasing your ex. Wine is a symbol of cheerfulness and gluttony. Boutique flowers, an absolute indication of a long, happy life. If children are nearby, they could be really good. You do have children over here. And then you have the 28th. The anchor denotes successful ventures in love and business, surrounded by 11, 13, 29, 30, and 35. Breach of trust. Near the dog, fidelity of your one true love. So we don't have those numbers. So that's a good thing. So there is something special here. But it's also telling me you have to release another energy in order to have this. So somebody is still stressed out. It could be with the Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. It's a fire sign with the Queen of Wands. Or you're the Queen of Wands and this is stressing you out. There's no going back. So somebody knows you definitely want something serious. Thank you. Tell me about the moon, please. It's kind of, to me, it's kind of like hiding something. The railroad forecasts a long journey. If near 44, a serious accident. If near 29, a robbery. Lightning denotes surprise, disagreeable, or accordance of distance. You're kind of right next to it. 47, the bride ensures a single person the fulfillment and highest aims when near, if distant, turbulent married life. But it's right there. So there, like I said, there is fulfillment here. But there's an ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, kid's mother. There's somebody out there that somebody still is, you know, maybe even codependent on each other, which is not good. It looks like you got to release a feminine energy because that's what's out here is the Queen of Wands. But this could be them thinking of you with the King of Cups right next to it. But it's like keep an open mind. I don't know. Somebody does want to reconcile. But don't get all excited. Like, don't get your panties in a bunch being like, oh, you know, like, I don't think this would be an easy reconcile because somebody's just like so nervous approaching you, saying the wrong thing. But it's almost like you can have it, you know, if you want it, you got to put the effort in as well and try, and vice versa. But it's not even at a standstill. Someone like might not be talking to you or something like that, but that's not my example of a standstill. But it's not quite like cold turkey either. So somebody has a different idea. Like maybe this is an energy that wants to take a break. You know what I mean? Like I don't believe in those whole breaks. I want to take a break, this and that. Like, but sometimes there's people in your life where you do need a break from them because of their mindset. And it's funny because I've never had to take a break from anybody, but one of the people I was dating for a couple of years, I was like, Jesus, like, I just need a break. And he's like, see, people take breaks. And I'm like, I need a break from your energy. You know, so that just goes to show that somebody else needed a break for your energy too, because now you believe in breaks. Like, if you need a break during a relationship or a marriage, you're not going to end up with that person. I'll tell you that right now. This isn't one of those, I got to go and reflect and see what I really want. Like, if somebody got to the point of a break, they're just trying to figure out how to set you free or what to say, or, you know, because you do have two codependent people here. they might have a lot more passion and desire for you, but there's still codependency here with one of their exes. So that would tell me like a kid's mother or a wife, ex-wife. That's still in their life, but it's like exhausted for one person and excitement for another. So it's like someone has to stop being, there's somebody else that drains their energy, but you know, they want to remain friends. But sometimes, guys, that's just not possible. I had to experience that the hurtful way, in the sense of my kids, not really me. So somebody's almost like nervous to release the other energy. But it's like you got to get it over with. It's almost like avoiding the tower. But the tower hasn't been coming in. So for some of you, someone's going to create that tower so they can come in. Do I see any vulnerability? When you're freeing yourself from something, because you got the Nine of Pentacles and the King of Cups. No, the Eight of Swords. King of Cups is right here with free yourself. Peanut butter shit right there. The fuck? Butter? Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. It's time to take back control in your life. You got to be confident. You got to be willing. You got to put the effort in. It's time to take control back of your life. Like, have that stamina. Don't get caught up in your head here. Like, you have the strength to do it. But I don't know if you're holding back. Like, oh, do I want to put effort into it or not? Like this, I'd put effort into it. Like, you got to take control of your life here. And I don't know if you already have met your soulmate, and then, because we have some coming back, I don't know, maybe they thought, did they forget about me? I think some of you are like, did they forget about me? And I think you did forget about them. Because how something went down, I guess. It feels like from some of you, like you wouldn't expect this person to come back. I just heard something about money with the Eight of Pentacles, but the Eight of Pentacles isn't out here, is it? No. I mean, put the effort in. This is amazing. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to. So that's like gifts. I just said promotions. Work here too. Ten of Pentacles. It's going in a new direction. And it's something solid. And there's reciprocation there. There's, you know, balance. It's something solid there. But you got to be willing to put that effort in. You got to be able to free yourself, take control back of your life. So that tells me like you have energy here that likes to persuade you or manipulate you in certain ways to keep their focus on them. It could be a little like flirtatious. And if it's not flirtatious, it's more like, ha ha ha, like we're really good friends, you know. And it's to stay karmic with really good friends is not going to be successful. You know, because it's two people that are codependent, if that makes sense to you. It's just not going to work that way. They're too clingy, they rely too much on each other. Now, is it kosher to stay friends with a soulmate? Yes, but again, those that turn karmic, like it's just an act, you know, because as soon as somebody addresses the elephant in the room here, the dynamics will change. But it could be for the better, guys, in the sense like it just needed to come out. It just needed to be said. This could be somebody attempting to have a conversation with you. You know, you could be just taking control of your life back now. Maybe now's a really good time, especially if you have romantic feelings for somebody. Spirits kind of say put that effort in. Someone here feels stuck in something toxic too. That's got to go bye-bye. Like, you can't stop thinking about somebody, so why are you talking to somebody else? You just have to put energy into something, and this is where I see like the energy not going so great. Like whatever this is, it's heavy. There's a lot going on, a lot of juggling. You got the 10 of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Like, this shouldn't weigh you down, though. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, but it's weighing them down. You must have an overthinker here. Since the 8 of Swords is right there, all you gotta do is free yourself from your own negative thoughts here. Tell me about 10 of Wands. I think this has to do with your own negative mindset. Like, what happens if this doesn't work out? 6 of Cups, it's something from the past. It could be in regards to children, but then you got the Page of Cups, like you're really into somebody. Look at his penis. Look at his penis. Oh, you can't even see over there. But he's got that cup of love. But see, 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this could be, I heard masturbation. It could be manipulation. What is this? Page of Cups. Like he must got blue balls for you or something. It's all blue. Driving themselves nuts. Probably orgasming to you. They could be self-conscious about their penis. Again, it could just be like blue balls. Somebody can't stop thinking about you. But then you got the Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. Could be dealing with an Aries. And then you have like an incoming message. And this isn't just normal. Like this is straight up like blue balls. Overthinking about you. And just thinking about you know, makes them wet. Like pre-cum. Hope you got some good denim. But it does have to do with something with the, like these two are connected. You definitely have feelings for somebody else. But there's an energy lingering, and that's because I think people want to kind of remain kosher and friends, and everything's probably cool and smooth out. But as soon as one or the other makes a drastic change in their life, you know, the other one's not going to be too happy for a little while, but they'll be okay. Maybe you just have a friendship with them. And maybe you guys were past lovers. You know, you definitely have a lover from the other side looking over you. You must, because I'm getting that vibe. And, you know, you're like, oh, how many lovers have I had? Like, some people might forget the ones that passed. And if it's heavy on your heart, then obviously not. But this feels like it's not heavy on your heart. It's heavy on someone else when it comes to their past, their children, their current. But somebody definitely got some blue balls over here. So it's almost like needing to move this forward because of the blue balls probably becoming painful. So a lot of sexual attraction or chemistry there. 10 of Pentacles, it could be long-term, family. You got to put the effort in this to see if what you think is the same. Like the way this person is, this is how this person's kind of feeling about you. They know you're long-term. When it comes to vulnerability, if you keep an open mind with the King of Cups and Temperance, you have the vulnerability there. But like right here, like someone doesn't want to feel like the vulnerability is there, but they don't want to feel that type of vulnerability when it doesn't come to you. The other vulnerability is like threatening to them, but that's only in their head. It's like this will go like this, 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 and this. And when you do that, you're already fucking it up. Like someone I've been talking to on and off the last couple months, and sometimes like I don't even hear from them from a while, and I'll be like, yo, and then I'll be like, hey mama, things like that, and we go back and forth. But I didn't hear from him, so I guess a few months. I didn't hear from him for like a couple weeks after he said he was sick. Remember we were talking about that energy? And he just powers off when he's sick, which is fine, but you weren't sick for 2 weeks. But I heard from him last week, and he still wants to try. And then we talked for a couple days, and then we stopped talking again. And I think it's because, and he was smart about it. We were talking about distance. We were talking about certain things. But in the middle of conversation, I remember being like, well, if I'm going to put effort into this, what happens if like it's possible, like long term, like how would it work out? Like, and I just said it out loud as if like I was thinking, and he's like, well, I don't want to think about that stuff. He's like, because that just fucks up the start, this, and that. I was like, all right, so you are romantically intelligent, but then he dipped out again, and then he hasn't snapped forever. And then his Snapchat, he was traveling down the road listening to just, music, and it was nighttime. And I felt like he only, like he might have just did that as is, and he was feeling his vibe. Maybe he was going to see friends or a lover. Who the fuck knows? I haven't known about, it's been almost a month since I talked to him. So at that point, I just kind of brushed it aside, and then they come back, and he's, he wants to put more effort into it and try again. And then I don't know if it's something I said to scare him, or he got scared and stuck in his head, so there's got to be a situation here like that if I'm calling out, that situation. But I had already ended that situation in my head, like very confident in the sense of, well, if you don't want to communicate, like, then you're just not a person that should belong in my life right now. It's just that simple. And then I had somebody else hit me up last night. I was like, sorry I didn't get you the quote for this and that. I'll do it Monday. So you're still thinking about me at 9 and just using my daughter's quote to have a conversation? Like, no. Like, okay. Thumbs up. I'm not trying to have a conversation with you either. And then there was somebody else I was trying to have a conversation with, a completely different person that didn't even respond. And I'm just, this is all on like one weekend too. And I'm just like, what the fuck? You wouldn't think I'd have stuff like that going on. You know what I mean? Like, we all have stuff going on. But when it comes to a love spread, I wouldn't call any of this love on my end. That's for sure. It's more like, which one do I put effort into if I decide to put effort into it at all? And there is something about somebody else that I was dating for a couple years where it's like wanting to kind of meet up with him before I make some type of decision. But that doesn't make any sense in my head. But that's what my head is telling me to do. So that's kind of telling me that that person has strong feelings for me as well, but it might be a situation where, you know, they'll never come forward or it just won't work out. Maybe that's the person that won't address the elephant in the room, you know, and they never come in, you know. So it's just, I didn't even realize I was talking to that many people until I actually said it out loud. So it's like you never know what scenario you're in. Especially like when the cards come out and say, oh, you'll be talking to somebody over the weekend or yada yada, you know, and it's like, doubt that message is for me. You know, I already have plans this weekend doing XYZ, and then I talked to 3 different people. So, but none of them came with clarity, you know. And then I feel like the other one did it out of jealousy, and then I feel like there's some out there that just do it because they want you to think like they're so manly. You know, they don't need you, blah, 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 blah. And it's, they act like they don't, but they want to need you. They want to be vulnerable, but they already have a connection with somebody else that's codependent. Some people can make that shit work, but the stuff I've been reading on. So whatever happened with you and this person, it happened to be like karmic at some point. And this could be somebody brand new coming at you, and this is one of your lost lovers from a past life or a forgotten lover. And then your soul might awaken. You might have an awakening. I do see a little bit of availability. Only if you make the right choice and somebody's putting that effort in. You might just say, fuck it, and you know, I know you like you. I know I like you and you like me, but with the 2 of Wands and 10 of Pentacles, you're serious about your future, so you're not trying to play either. And with this right here, someone obviously has some feelings for you. They are crushing on you. I don't think they're crushing hard, but you know, they're crushing. I think they're more scared than anything to approach. So, and again, with those like blue balls, it's like someone talks to you and energy gets reactivated sometimes, and then sometimes it's like if it's like instantly reactivated too, for it could be for like one person and not the other, but it's, I think you're just being cautious here. And then I think sometimes, you know, I make comments where people, I want to say misunderstand, but you can't really misinterpret what I'm saying. Like, what are you, my boy toy? Like, just, it's not even like flirting. It's like when somebody else came out. Like, how much effort are you putting into it? Do you just want to be a boy toy? Do you want to put effort into it and try to communicate more? Like, you know, and that wasn't me writing it down, but like in my head. But if someone can be like, oh, boy toy. And then the other one's like, have you been with anyone since me? And it's like, yeah, it's been a long time, dude. You know, and especially if someone's distant with that chariot wanting to come in and all the reads too. If there's any type of distant situation here, physically, emotionally. I just saw the angel fly. It's almost like Cupid. It is, your energy could be too strong for somebody. I had the strangest dream last night of my ex and his they already have kids together. They're separated, but it's like 3 girls, but they were all younger. And the kid's mom was there. I'm almost sure they were together. But I saw a baby with like white hair, spiky everywhere, and kind of like a little, not malnourished, a little mutilated. There was something that it was just like, oh my God, but I was so compelled. I was all about the baby. It could have been an albino child, which is pretty, you know, rare, but, you know, it happens. It's like, what are the odds? But it happens. Dark eyes were dark though, and the other little girls were cute. They were swimming. I spent most of my time talking to her versus him. It could be a sign that somebody in his family just had a child, or there's already some type of unusual gene in somebody's child. Sorry about calling you out if you ever watch. But no, I didn't call you out in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, dream, lover. We can dream our way. I'm missing something. So I don't know if you've been dreaming about somebody a lot, fantasizing what it'd be like, but it's like fucking exhausting here. Especially with passion, holding off, and the moon. I don't know if somebody wants to act macho here. I don't know what's up with that energy. Tell me, give your relationship a chance when it comes to the King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, please. Number 18, which is the Queen. So that has to do with a woman. And this card represents the lady whose fortune is being told, and the other cards affect the degree in accordance to the relationship proximity. When the lady fortune is being told, number 19 has no significant layout. And then 51, the lion procedures a sudden shock of bad news. So this is somebody that's going after another energy, finds more desirable, could be like more like-minded. You just vibe really high with this energy. There's instant chemistry. It's trying to figure it out. I do feel like there is a spiritual connection. It could be from like a past lover or a forgotten lover, or more of a past life. But we all have past life, for those who believe in it. Nothing is random, right? So I would think this would have to be like somebody significant, but you would still question it. After that, yeah. Let's see. Make an effort. I'm getting like real love is worth something. You got the Rider is a sure sign of good news unless alongside 6, 8, 11, or 13. The ring when to right of the person is undergoing indication of rich, happy marriage, but lying to the left, disappointment in love. So somebody's already been disappointed here, but needs to make the effort to move ahead. 41, rose indicates beauty and a rugged health. One more for make an effort. When the eye is near, denotes great interest taken by friends. When distant, signifies suspicion. You could think something's suspicious here, especially, you're throwing out things like, hey, boy toy, and, shit like that in a jokingly manner. It is obviously going to get misinterpreted if somebody wanted to be more than a boy toy, but we were just having a funny conversation. And it's like, well, you're my boy toy, and that, somebody might really be into me, and I'm saying they're just a boy toy in a jokingly manner, but like, what is it? Do you want to just have the passion, the chemistry, we both do our own things, but we're intimate, like friends with benefits? But there's a difference between friends and with benefits, and then somebody where it's just there, and it's like using each other just to have fun, to like get away. Like, I just feel like you have that with somebody as well, and it might bother other people too. And I do feel like this other energy is like, if I don't come in and I don't make the right moves, I might lose them. So there's something going on there too. And I don't think this person's just coming in because they're going to lose you. I think somebody is definitely struggling. Like the Lion procedure, sudden shock with bad news. That might not even be necessarily bad news. That's just, something, there's already distance between you guys. That's, the energy is separated. So like you could tell a friend, or they're telling friends, or it's like fucking up with your happiness, because this is, the Page of Wands is typically a messenger, and then the Six of Swords moving forward when it comes to their everyday happiness, priorities. But there must have been a previous, turbulent marriage here or relationship, because that's what somebody fears is, is this revenge? Is this true? Do they really feel this way for me? Do they not? Like someone needs confirmation, and, certain situations, you just don't get it, and that's okay. What's this Eight of Swords? The hand that indicates confident disposition when close to vicinity, 38, 39, 42, 47, friendship will warm up to love. When it's 45, favor would be found with superiors. If 48, financial success. $38, $39, $42, $38, $49, $42. I feel like I'm a bingo here. What else do you want us to know about this Eight of Swords? Maybe this is keeping something quiet. The Book of Passions, discovery, mystery, affecting the person for the better in the degree governed by its distance. You had that very protecting energy too, like somebody really wanted to protect you as if like they were your bodyguard. I'm also getting pulled to Kevin Costner and Whitney in the movie. So there's unspoken words I'm hearing. Did they have in that movie, Good Morning, did they have, it was his body. Yeah, it was her bodyguard. I gotta pee. Somebody here feels like 39, 39. They want to protect you. Before I was walking away, I heard armor. So it could have something to do with the past life. Affecting the person for the better. The Book of Passages, discovery and mystery, affecting the person for the better. I mean, it's a good card regardless. The star ensures success in all enterprises when near, when very distant, some unlucky events. But I don't, you know, well, just dropped the candle. Didn't break. Let's see if there's energy coming back. I mean, I can tell there's energy coming back around. Ascending, learning, expansion, transcending, preparing for union. Next phase, death. Relationships over, no second chances, grow and transform. What's dead is dead. So again, there's still energy of hurt, pain, disappointment from the past. And it's just a thought process here that needs to go away. Somebody's like very negative, has very negative self-talk, and not as confident as, you know, they betray themselves to be. This is not like an easy thing for somebody here when it comes to feelings. Even if you think they're emotionally mature, you know, it still feels like a situation where it's just scary for them, because once they make a move, that's it. They know effort has to go into something. So again, it's, you could have scared somebody, or they're just scared and nervous and have anxiety when it comes to you. But again, like, think about it. Like, for somebody to call and be like, oh, you know, like, I really want to put the effort in, this and that, I'm sorry. And then to like ghost again, that tells me that this person has something seriously in the background that I don't know about that he needs to work on. And just doesn't want to talk about it yet. But I'm not waiting around for that energy either. You just got to kind of cut that shit off when you feel that shit. And it's not like, it's like self-closure. Like, you don't need that frustration. You don't need stuff like that in your life. You know, people aren't responding to you either. Like, you don't need that person in your life either. If you feel how they feel, too bad, so sad. We're just stuck being catalysts sometimes, and you still got to let that shit go too. It is never good to ever hold on to certain energies, or because somebody here, it's like one of those things like where you just, the energy just doesn't go away. You can tell when they think about you too. But it's like somebody that would take that to the grave. That's like somebody who's never coming in. And then there's other ones, like you're holding on, like you're dating other people and doing stuff, or like have a new boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the case may be. But there's always this what if with one particular person here. And if you ask me, that's probably not your person, guys. It's just something in your head tells you, just a strong past life memory too, tells you like, we've done all this before, been here, done that, you know. And yeah, that connection's there, but it's still a karmic connection. You don't want to be with somebody who doesn't put effort into like how you think, or respect how you think, or, you know, send you things of certain things when, you know, you don't like those, they know you don't like those certain things, and they're not trying to trigger you. It's just somebody they're a fan of or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, but it drives you bonkers. Like that shit, like you don't want to be around somebody like that. there's no respect there. If they're crossing the boundaries because you already said stop, or, you know. So I think this is not the person that forever has been in your head. Did I make the right decision? Is always this, always that. I don't think that's your person. I just think that's somebody thinking like, no, they'll be back, or this and that. And, you know, some people do have strong connections in the 3D, absolutely linked to past life, but it doesn't mean they're always meant to work out, guys. They'll always think about you, but they have to put other things first. I don't think that's your person. I'm hearing it's not your person. I think this is somebody else that has an ex on their mind and is still trying to take control of their life, but met somebody, you know, after and in between. It could even be you, for all you know, you know. Do they think about you? Yes. That's a constant. And somebody's got blue balls that needs to be released. I don't know if you're going to release it or not. Because this could be the other energy of me speaking about like a karmic soulmate, but like you guys are soulmates in this lifetime. So it's so hard to come together because technically it's supposed to be karmic. That's why energy lingers. And if both of you feel that way and one person isn't saying something, you know it's there. It's not enough. It's that simple. You might have some challenges coming up here with culture, religion, racism. Because I'm getting like personal beliefs and it's pulling me to like religion too. You probably share personal beliefs, but there's something here with religion or the character or how other people will see. That would be like me dating a certain let's just say there's still some people in my family that are still a little prejudiced when it comes to how they're looking at, you know, individuals and religions as like old school, and, you know, a few people did this bad, so now they're all bad, and that stereotype just stuck around for centuries, hundreds of them, you know. And there's a generation here that still is kind of the same way with, you know, judgment. Like one's bad, they're all bad. And a lot of it has to do with, you know, Bibles or the Quran or just anything in regards to belief. You can have somebody who's Christian and you're Catholic, very similar, but they're not, you know, two different churches. It's like somebody going to temple or going to prayer. What's it called? I forget. I'm just hearing like Islamic. You know, Pakistani, Parisian. So somewhere on that side of the country. So this might, I don't see a religion factor here yet, but there is something when it comes to someone's belief system and judgment, you know. And then, you know, it's like the last good generation thinking like that, unfortunately, but they still have a lot of morals, you know. And then it's like the next generation, we get a little of it, but we also get the backlash, and we're told we shouldn't do that, or, you know, unless it's a very structured house and it's like no dating outside of your culture, or, you know, there is something here like that. It's like you being spiritual and someone's Catholic. Somebody's like, this isn't going to work out. There is going to be judgment upon the two of you if you do decide to stay together. So it's, you got to be strong-willed here. If, that's what you're attracted to it, vice versa. Like, at the end of the day, it has to do with two lovers. It doesn't have to do with what the family thinks and this and that. What stops people is what the family thinks, judgment of the people. It could be an age difference here. There could just be a religious factor here. Tell me about make the effort. That was backstabbing wanted to come out. Tell me about make the effort, please. Coffee cup, meeting, talking, savoring the moment, feeling elevated, building friendship, abundance, positive mindset. So somebody is going to come through for some of you here. And even if you're in a happy relationship, the energy is going to amplify. You're going to find, that passion again, the chemistry. You're going to find that one thing that's just been clinging to your energy, thoughts, entities, that you didn't even realize your partner had for years. It's kind of like all going away, But I do see somebody here dragging a lot of black shadow too, and that's telling me somebody's got a lot of entities, and your love just can't clear those entities. That person has to clear those entities, whether or not they know they're aware of them. I know spiritual people, some have the gift of, exiling, entities. But in this case, I don't think so. I see like a chain and ball. Like it's not worth it. It's too much work. That's what I'm getting from that message from Spirit. And if you already know that, don't have pity for it. Don't try to fix it. Let that shit go. And pickle jazz. So it's like somebody thinking like, oh, I got myself in a pickle. So for those in a very happy relationship, it's going to get better. For those in not a relationship, this could be a reconciliation. Others of you, there's a lot of energies around, and you got to narrow it down for your own mindset. This is more about a reading who takes their life seriously, but knows how to have fun and do all that. But there's something serious about energies, protective energies. And it's just like the other person, like not after like, oh, I want to work on this. And then 2 days later, I don't even hear from the person. And to me, my mindset just says, clearly they're working on something. And this is not something that should bother me. And luckily it doesn't, because I know when there's spaces and in-betweens and answers, there's still something somebody else has to figure out on their end. And until they figure that out, overcome some type of fear here with, healing and transformation, because there is somebody really good for you here. It's just you don't know something about someone. So that could be the lost lover too, in the sense of like someone just disappears out of your life, or addiction takes over, or it's just something where it's not a thing. You're questioning everything, addictions, financials, mental health, mental stability. So I'm going to see what Spirit wants us to know about this possible reconciliation or a new person that you didn't even see coming back around. You just assumed it would be somebody else. You have manifest. You're always manifesting, whether you're aware of it. based on your thoughts and how you are being asked to manifest consciously through positive thinking, you'll attract more into your life. And there's some energies out there on this board that are just not doing that, you know, because it's not about like what you want or the perfect match. It's your everyday life. It's yourself. You got focus. You're being asked to shift your focus away from what's not working out and towards what is. Pay extra close attention to the place your focus is first, then step towards creating an amazing life. So it's like focus in the right way, but then you got to step back. You're being asked to step back in order to view and gain a perspective. You're too close to a situation. It can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from the distance. You can get a perspective that's needed. So this is definitely you, them type energy. So if love comes in, you know, Spirit's kind of saying you might want to work on something here. And others, if it's not the right person, this could be like step back for a minute because maybe you thought it was, but it's probably not. There's probably, you know, enough reasons on your list if you were to make one to not be with somebody versus like being with somebody. And I'm sure there's a lot of love and attraction, but if somebody's not emotionally available or emotionally stable or emotionally thinking straight, I don't want that person, personally. That's a big part of a relationship, and it's all from the gut. It's your moon energy, you know, it's feelings. And if somebody can't step into those, bye-bye. So it's also a message, like, you do know some people like that. That's not your person. Don't just think this person... Don't think that this person, like, you might have to definitely like step back again, because I don't focus on like the person maybe in the feeling and visualize good things versus, you know, the downfall, because there's always gonna be things you don't like or this and that. Some things, there'll be little things or that bother you, but somebody here can step into something. They just need a different perspective. And this could very much be you too if somebody's coming back and you're like, what? No fucking way. What else do you want us to know? And then you got release. You're being asked to release any toxic people, situations in your life. You deserve free of all drama, and this is the first step of achieving that. So start knocking people off your list. If you don't have a list, maybe write a list. Might be easier for you. Maybe check them all off and just, you know, what's your priorities? What's your needs? Are you nurturing yourself? You know, are you playing it smart? Like way back when you thought it could work out, and then now... And even then, but there was such negative stuff too, but you thought you could blend it. But now it's like, now they've had time away from it, and the chemistry is not so high, and the force field's not so tense, then you can really like step back and be like, well, what's changed? Like, I wanted it then, and it feels like I want it now, but what really changed? You know, so there is some toxic energies around, and this might come down to judgment as well. Tell me about release, please. Bravery. You're being asked to make a tough decision that you've been putting off because of fear, which is understandable. But you do have the strength and bravery to make a decision, and you will feel so much lighter when you do. And see, there is heavy feelings here too, like heavy with the 10 of Wands is, you know, but you gotta let that go. You know, ask yourself these important questions, like, do they respond? When's the last time you've seen them? Have they reached out? You know, were they good for me? Were they greedy? Like, what did I see then, you know, that you possibly even see now if it came back? But it's nothing's changed. And I'm sorry to tell you that, like, maybe some things have changed, but not it's like two different lifestyles. Not even when I'm not even speaking of food, just somebody who's spiritual and somebody who's not, but not completely in the 3D. It's still two different worlds. You can respect each other and love each other and respect, their beliefs or this and that. But you might have to have a serious talk also. Look at the bottom of the deck, speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up? You can't keep this forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. Yeah, because somebody's got like feelings for you, crushing on you, blue balls, but there's still that but. Some of you, they might be coming in within the next 2 weeks of April, first 2 weeks of April, especially with the transit of Mercury. People usually just say step off when it comes to stuff like that. But if you've already mastered Mercury or have a different belief thought on Mercury, then you could see something totally different here that will help you out. And then all of a sudden you might be like, yeah, they're not part of my adventure. They're not part, especially if somebody wants all the control, because their mindset tells them the man is in control or things like that. The younger generation, it seems to be the women in control, which blows my mind because it should be equal. The only time I want somebody to have a little control over me is either in the bedroom or how they speak to me when it comes to, the real feelings and how they feel and take control of how they feel and express it, things like that, I'm not going to have somebody that's, I don't want you going out. Well, too bad. Jealousy happens and going out for a girls' night or something, some people are very protective of you here, but I also think somebody here is going to be like, all right, go chill. There must be some trust. So I don't really see trust issues here unless something comes in and you have karmic soulmate that you had trust issues with. Besides that, it's just releasing what you thought coulda, woulda, shoulda mindset, and one day at a time. Focus on what you really want, but you're not taking it. And someone here needs to speak up too, whether it's you or them. Throat chakra. Somebody doesn't want to say something. Somebody can take this crush to the grave too, or whatever this is. Detach. You're being asked to detach from someone or something that's you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to a desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachments to it, which is kind of basically I was just saying. It's you really have to have a strong mindset here and really go after, desires and what, this could be a good thing. You can't put your past into your current energies. I mean, sometimes I guess you can when you're trying to make a judgment call, but I would discuss it versus not bringing it up. So everybody feels like they can, they cleared their chest, cleared their throat. So there's some passion here in regards to something. So keep focusing on what's best for you at this moment. Don't focus on other people or where they went or how they feel or why they're not getting back. Or, I always take that risk. Someone doesn't respond, okay. It doesn't ruin my day. I have a lot of courage when it comes to, going after a conversation I want or going after somebody I want or a thing that I want, a career that I want, I'm driven enough to do that. And if it's a rejection, I don't look at it as a rejection. I just look at it as too bad, so sad if you're not worthy enough to speak up. That's somebody else not being worthy enough to speak up. And this isn't karmic energies, guys, in the sense of a tit for a tat or somebody trying to outdo you. That's a whole nother situation. But I'm here and we're just going to leave that here. And I love you guys. Mosque. Yeah, Islam goes to mosque. Mosque. Yeah. So I love you guys. Yeah, and they just did that 30-day Ramadan too, right? So there is something definitely here with a different culture as well. So who knows? It could be somebody new coming into your life and you met your perfect match. And these are some of your fears that you have to let go of. Like, oh, he's so handsome and she's so beautiful. There's chemistry. There's mutual interest, you know. And then I think this is where somebody gets caught up. You know, people who say, stop, you're overthinking. They're probably overthinkers and you're not. The way my brain works, I don't ever look at it as like overthinking unless I know I am and somebody calls me out for it. And it's like, all right, you're right. And then other times I'm not overthinking. I'm just being practical. It's reality. I know what I want, what I'm looking for. If I'm going to, you know, let you back into my life, you're going to have a high vibe. And everybody has off days, right? But if you're meeting the right person, that's all you're going to find balance in all of that. You won't have to look for it. It would just be there. So you do have dependable energy here. It's just somebody that doesn't want to show you that they're a dependable person. So it be. You know, what are you going to do? You can't dwell on that shit. That's on them to figure out. We only chase after our dreams. We don't chase after men or women. We chase after animals, stuff like that. We don't chase another human being. It's disrespecting yourself. And that's not going to come into you. And if it does, it's karmic. When you're not looking for it, or it's just, you know, somebody getting to know and it turns into more, it's rough because I think everybody can relate to everybody at first, but you still don't know enough about them. So that's more of like the physics of it. I'm hearing Kismet. So something destined. Maybe you were never attracted to a certain culture, and now all of a sudden, you know, you met somebody from Indonesia, Malaysia, or that's their hometown, you know, even though they were born in the United States, all their families in another country, you know, it could be something like that too, you know. So I hope this read helps. It does look like it can go into a very positive direction. It just has to do with your mindset. Like that's like taking somebody back but not forgiving them, or say you're going to forgive them but your soul just won't let you. Like after my ex cheated so many times throughout the years, it's like, you know, and then it's like a year later or 6 months later, you know, I don't feel like you love me, or, you know, and it's like, I got love for you, but I'm not in love with you. Like that, you have to find that way back. And if it's that difficult to somebody to find their way back, it's probably karmic. You know, I just happened to get pregnant right around the same times with certain ones of them, or just, you know, craziest fucking dynamics where, you know, it didn't click in different ways until I already had all my kids and hysterectomy and not having any more children. Then the thought process was different, you know. So that's why people are like, oh, you're just trying to make, you know, more reasonings, or you're just trying to get what you want, so you speak it different ways. And it's no, I speak it different ways to everybody because I want you to understand how I feel, how I relate to something. You know, my thought process is just important. So I'm not manipulating energy. I'm just giving different examples of what I'm trying to explain. And some people just automatically just assume, you know, certain shit. And it's not like that. So you have to be in tune with somebody here in order to let this happen. So, you know, if it comes in great and it's reciprocal, then awesome. Don't give it too much time and just say, oh, maybe, you know, they will get vulnerable, this and that. Like, don't just sit around on it, you know, keep an eye on, daily activity. Are you making time for each other? Are you getting together? You got to look at the overall picture, because if somebody really wanted to get together and meet up too, they would. They wouldn't, it's not an excuse to them. To them, it's a reason, but it might not be a good enough reason for you. And that matters too, because you're both interpreting that wrong differently as well, so yeah. So it's really about people's thought process here, and being, vulnerable and smart and willing to trust somebody, especially if you can see a long term. It's like, oh, that kind of scares me. I see commitment. You're not ready to go after it. Don't insinuate that you are, because that's just a waste of daily, everyday time. And time is what we have, but we don't at the same time. So you guys' energy looks great. Just continue to feel great. Maybe do a little bit more than you were doing, so you feel even more great. I love you guys. My tulips are just absolutely stunning. My little tulips. Look at those beauties. Aren't they just, I'm hearing, phenomenal? Yeah, I've been pulled to orange lately too. Even that little thing was orange. Orange candles. Because I don't have orange nails on right now. But I got pulled to something else orange. And I'm just being pulled to orange. It's a very passionate, creative color too. Most people, I think, are supposed to resonate with the color orange, or at least feel some way about it, because it's a feeling color. What does the color orange symbolize spiritually? If you're a spiritualist, it's spiritual. Enthusiasm, creativity, adventure, joy, optimism, energies, purity, maturity. The color enthusiasm, it's uplifting, spontaneous positivity to life, encourage social communities, creativity. It symbolizes your emotion, your youth, your optimism, enthusiasm, and affects and encourages you and uplifts you and stimulates communication, spontaneity, creative warmth, positivity. And if it's negative, superficial, impatient, domination. But it's just one of those colors we're all supposed to vibe to. Orange is my sister's favorite color too. I just liked it. I didn't really see the yellow outside. It's obviously a hybrid, but those were all tucked in. I just got pulled to the orange. But they're just beautiful. You have an orange pink glow nails. Looks like a zebra gum. Oh, that's awesome. Old school look effect. Yeah, that's cool. I used to love zebra gum. And Hubba Bubba. And Bubblicious. Which I think is Hubba Bubba, right? I also liked the baseball gum. I forget what you call that. It's all like little strips. But, yeah, I just been getting pulled to orange again, like my orange little plant over there. I had bought a yellow one and an orange one, and I asked my mother what one she wanted. She took the orange, but this had like even like a little yellow, yellow pot. And she chose yellow, And with the tulips, she actually kind of wanted orange, so I'm like, can we just mix and match? Because a pink one with white tips too that I thought were pretty beautiful. But I was like, no. Well, she was like, no, you choose what ones you want. And I went with the orange because I've just been being pulled to orange. Like physically being pulled to the color. It's not like a favorite color, or it's not like I want to meditate on that color, but like orange is very prominent in my life right now. I feel like I need orange around me, and I don't have orange things. I don't even have an orange ring or orange jewelry. Yeah, that pouch of gum. I still get it once in a while because it just has so much flavor. What's the gum that comes in little strips and it's in a package? Something with baseball. Big League Chew. I used to love that gum. Because I like soft gum. Hubba Bubba, my favorite was blueberry, but it's a good bubble blowing gum. Hubba, the other ones, the little ones you had to untwirl like that. I think it's Hubba Bubba. Oh no, it's not Hubba Bubba. Is it Hubba Bubba? They're a little hard until you start chewing. Those have a good flavor. I used to really, really like gum. One of my favorite is tea berry gum. It is so hard to find. Every time I go into like little places, like in the country, or if I'm traveling up north, things like that, it's so hard to find tea berry gum. Yeah, blueberry was my favorite. With Hubba Bubba. But I bet you the top seller had to have been strawberry because I ran into so many places where all they have is strawberry left. And it's like, what? Yeah, all the candy shops should. Or like, country stores or town country stores where you can get like the wooden plaques of the flag, or, birthday cards, handmade jewelry. I live in New Hampshire, stuff like that. Bears, placards, license plates holders, things like that. I don't know why we have one in the town I'm in now, in such an odd place, but I bet you a lot of people, there's no high traffic there, but they do really well. Maybe because it's a local store. You can probably go in there and find everything you need for like a gift for a person who appreciates stuff like that. Like a bear mug, but it's built with quality. You'll probably be paying a little extra money, and it's not because finances are sucky. It's just because it's good quality. It's like everyone knows they're going to Hallmark. Like, it's supposed to be good quality. It's reliable. Look at this nail. I can't see it. I'm pretty sure it was mating the other day, which makes me really nervous, but are they still stuck together? No, that's just the snail's little tentacles, and it's just one. It's my white one. He's so active. And if you were to actually screenshot that and zoom in, you'd be so shocked. Like, it kind of looks a little creepy. There's one of my orange snails walking over there. I have a photo. Let me find it. I found a girl that's beautiful for me. I found a girl who, what's his name, with blonde hair. We were just kids in love or something like that, not knowing what it was. I found a couple, but I'm not like super duper impressed with the couple I took. I know I had another one after that. So it was like staring right at me. Like it's translucent, so you can see the eyes move and shit. Here's one, but you can't really see the eyes. That's just what it looks like against a tank. Well, I guess you can see the eye. No, can't on that one. I don't know. I've been taking so many photos for you guys, and I just haven't been posting them. Let me see if there's one more up here before I give up. Because I remember, you know what? I sent it to the girls. There's my ladies, just my ladies. It was the last time I saw Fred. Like 3 weeks ago. That's the clown. Flecko. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Maybe I did send it to just the ladies and not my chick ones. Well, I guess not. But they are pretty beautiful. Don't eat my flowers. You know better. That's like the electrical sparks. There's a space up there. Sometimes they look like they're smiling. It just depends on which way they're sucking on the glass. But I love them. I love that I'm going to have like a live aquarium like this. And I can't wait for like to put them in the 20-gallon. 30-gallon would even be good too. But I have to be very strategic with where I place the rocks. Like that's why I said like one side rocks and one side sand, so they get two different elements to maneuver through. All right, y'all. I love you. Vermont, yeah, I love going to Vermont. I just heard bad things about it lately from my dad. Like, you can't even go into like the city of Vermont anymore. Like, it's like Burlington. It's so dangerous. There's so many liberals taking over, and I'm not saying they're dangerous, but fucking liberals, you know. But there's so many gangs because it's such a liberal, you know. When it comes to rulings with certain towns. So it's trash like Battery Park. Like you don't even want to go into his needles. All like gangs took it all over. Which is, I just don't get it because it's so cool and fun down there. And I was referring to like Battery Park. It's like home. That was my first memory of me being on a road in Burlington because I was just pulled to the cobblestones. I remember just seeing this one rock and I'm like, I've been here. Like on a wagon before, you know, cars, vehicles. Before engines, I should say. You know. So I'm really, really sad about that. Because it was not even like 2 months ago I went and asked my dad if he wanted to take a ride to Vermont. And he was like, oh, hell no, it's not the way it was. And I was like, what? So it's like taking the good memories. My mom's like, just cherish the good memories. And I'm like, what the fuck? That sucks. Because I like Vermont better than Maine. Maine is cool, but I like Vermont. I chill with Vermont. Champlain Lake, all that, you know, like there's just so many memories. Like when I was younger, we'd go camping and we would just take our canoes and we would just find a spot on the lake. Like you didn't have to pay for camping, you set up shop, you know. So I don't know. I just think it's a shame. And the only reason it continues to be like that is because of all the fucking liberals. Go figure, huh? Very liberal state. And it does affect the economy and it affects a lot more things than you would think it does. So I feel like if anybody wants to be in a community, a very liberal community, instead of like big cities, move to fucking Maine, Vermont. You know? No thank you. Still love you guys though. Alright, y'all. Talk to you later. Love you, love you. Good luck with everything on this reading. It looks nice. It looks good. It's just a matter of like when, where, who, what's that? San Diego. Where in the world is come San Diego? Somebody might be a little distance from you. I don't know. Like 4 hours would be distant to me. 2 hours would be distance to me. You know, within a half hour, 45 minutes. It's a little bit of a ways, kind of like, you know, but not everything is local. Everything, hey, get out of there. Everything I need to know is local. Other people, lovers I have are local, which is nice. Just popping in, you know. But not everybody wants to put effort into what is important to you, your definition of effort, you know. I love you guys.